Hello, Align fam. Happy 2025. I wish you guys the most magical, abundant year beyond your wildest dreams. And I've really been enjoying the past couple of weeks interviewing a lot of you for the upcoming Align experience on January 25th. And I've noticed, not just from this year, but this is the fifth time we're doing this for the past 5 years. There are some common and frequently asked questions. So I wanted to come on here and answer those for you guys. And this will give you a much better sense of the event, what to expect, what it's going to be like, and get you guys excited for if this is something you want to be a part of, if this is calling you, this is your year. I know you guys, every new year, we always say, like, oh, it's going to be amazing, oh, it's going to whatever. I'm sure a lot of you have been sensing it. There's been so much change in every aspect of life, political, social, economic, within your family units, within your close knit circles. Um, Change is here. And so if there's any year that you really want to give it your all and stop playing small, this is it. So without further ado, these are the seven most commonly asked questions, and I will answer them all for you guys. So the first one is, this event, I get this feedback like, this event is so unique. I've never heard of it. How'd you come up with it? Yeah, it's so unique because I literally made it up. I basically have been to so many networking events. In my finance job, I'm in sales, I'm a fundraiser. So I've been to so many networking events, so many conferences. In my personal life, I'm just a very social person. So I just go to a lot of, curated events and happy hours. And the common thing that I found, and it really hit me in 2020, was how transactional and numbing and icky all these networking and conferences are, because it's not genuine. Like, people are there to try to run a transaction. People are not necessarily there to really care about you. And there's no shade to that. There's a time and place for that. But it just felt really icky to me. And I just meet so many wonderful people that even sometimes I'll just go out and have a dinner by myself and I'll just meet amazing people that I'm like, wow, the common theme was that people were really are craving genuine connections. People want to find the right like life partner, the right job, the right friendships, and it's really hard to get all these things as an adult. Like, finding adult friendships is not easy, right? You go to the gym, you go to work, you come home, you hang out with the same five people. It's just not as easy to make those deep relationships. And what I've noticed is, I mean, those of you who know me, I'm obsessed with like psychology and the coaching side of me. This is where it comes out, that you can't have those genuine connections unless there's an environment, there are the right prompts and questions, there are the right activities and games to bring that side out, right? So think about it, going into like a hot club or like a hot bar lounge, right? Of course there are amazing people in there. Like, you're going, so obviously you're an amazing person. But the problem is you're not in that mindset, right? Like, when we go to a bar, we're either hang out with our friends, we're probably hunting for a prospect, like a romantic prospect, or maybe we have more transactional things in our mind for the night, or something that's more short term. Bars don't bring out the best version of us. And then you mix the alcohol and maybe you mix the drugs. And next thing you know, it's like it's an altered version of you. It's not truly who you are. So that's why I was like, you know what? I had matched at the time over like 30 couples and got over like 100, gotten people into like over 100 people in the right roles and jobs. I don't even know, maybe probably over like 300 friendships at that point. But I was like, wait a minute, I have a knack for this. Why don't I create an actual professional event that is not just for my network, but people can apply to join, where I create an environment for people to make those genuine connections. So yes, this Align experience is completely made up by me, and it basically takes all the things that I love about making human connection. We create it into a full day experience, and I take out all the icky stuff that I don't like. That is voila, the Align experience. Now, yeah, so the vibe of the Align experience is, it's fun, it's inspiring, it's a safe space for people to have those personal breakthroughs, to build those professional connections and romantic sparks, and really get to know the other person and other people. So that's How is it, what is this event? What's so unique and never heard of it? That's my response. Secondly, I get asked a lot is it a single or dating event, right? This is like a singles workshop. No. So when it first started, the first Align experience ever, and people are now engaged and married and dating out of it, that was purely for romance. But what I learned very quickly was there were so many types of connections that happened beyond just romance. It was people got jobs, people got found their new client, people became best friends. So I was like, I can't limit it to just this singles thing, right? Secondly, is now couples come. And why is that? We've added so many workshops, and all the workshops is really first and foremost, for you to have a very deep and clear understanding and a good relationship of yourself. Because the most important relationship is the one with yourself. Everyone else, like all your other relationships, depends on how you see and you view yourself. And people really are mirrors of you. So if you put out a good positive energy, you're going to give back the good positive energy. If you give out a nasty, angry energy, you're going to bring more of that into you. So all these workshops are really good for that self-development aspect. But secondly, a lot of the romance parts of it is really teaching us how to build deeper connections and how to fight or communicate in a more healthy way, how to bring back the sparks. We do that too, like from a romantic and intimate way, right? So couples come, it's not just for singles. I've even had people who are married that come alone, that want to go through this journey alone, or people who are dating coming alone, right? It's not just for single people. It's for anyone that really wants to deeply understand themselves and their patterns and how they think and how it holds them back from living their dream life. And then secondly, there's just so many workshops on how to build a more healthy, fun, exciting relationship, especially if you kind of lost the spark as a couple. We're going to bring back the fun element. And the one thing you've noticed, as if you are a couple or you're married and you've been in a relationship for so long, naturally, of course, like the spark will die. But what happens is when you're in a room of people who are like looking for love as well, who are single, they bring back that fire for you. And I've seen people that come, being in this kind of like, environment also makes you really appreciate your partner and see your partner in a completely new lens. And that's where the attraction really comes, right? It's like you're learning new things about your partner. So to answer your question, no, it's not just for singles. It's for any type of people in all stages of their romantic life. Um, so then the next question naturally is like, okay, this seems a little bit confusing. Why don't you do break this event into like professional event and then a dating event and then a friendship event, right? Let me ask you this. How many times has life surprised you positively? And how many times have you learned and realized how life wants to give you things, especially when you're not expecting or like looking for it, right? I'm sure you've met an amazing romantic prospect when you were out one night or going somewhere that you didn't even freaking want to go. Like my first true love, it was literally the day before my birthday, and I didn't want to go out because we had a huge presentation the next day. And thank my good friends who were like, Jess, it's literally your birthday tomorrow. You have to go out. Not in the mood. I didn't even really want to drink. I went out and I reconnected with my crush. And that was a night that like he like made a move. And next thing you knew, we like turned into a thing, and like everything sparked from that. Simply because of one of my really sweet friends were like, Jess, it's your birthday. Like you gotta go out. Like you prepared enough for this thing. We have to go out. And I met my first true love. And I like literally changed my trajectory in my life. So that's a perfect example of you don't know who you're going to meet, when you're going to meet, and why. So I think it is a complete disservice to all my guests to say, like, this is the professional track. This is the love track. I'm also sure you've been on business meetings, right? Where you thought, like, ooh, actually, like, I could date this person. But then you're like, no, 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 I can't. Like, it's a business meeting. But that person could have been amazing, right? Or I've been on so many dates where I'm like, this is such an amazing guy, not for me, like for a close friend of mine, but actually we could do business together. And they end up being an investor or a client. So I'm just very aware of how life wants to bless us, and I want to create more opportunities for magic, which is why I throw all types of connections that you're looking for. When you put a room full of really good people who are genuine, who are kind, who are ambitious, who wants to add value to the world, I'm going to let you guys decide how that shakes out in terms of what type of relationship it becomes, right? That's the beauty of it. The other thing is why I really put so much hard work into these workshops, along with our two sessions leader this year, which you guys are literally going to be blown away. Like I'm proud of what we've done in the past, but this is next level. It's the fifth anniversary. We're going all out. And it's because when you go into these workshops, say there's someone that you saw a girl and you thought like, she looks like she's in fashion, like can't talk shop with her or whatever. Okay. Say you are a lawyer. You're like, may not be a fit. In the workshop, she opens up about her childhood and how she like hustled her way and eventually created her own family office. And now she's like looking to, she's taking over. She's going to be the CIO. And now she needs like the next lawyer to really help like transfer the assets from her parents or her family to her because she's built this new derivative of it. When people open up, you're like, whoa, 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 actually, she could be a client. Like, I could talk shop to her. But you can only see how the connections come about when you're open to the people around you and you really get to know them and what they really care about, what they're passionate about. So that's why these Align experiences are now for all types of genuine connections. And to avoid confusion, what I do is you actually get colored bracelets. So pink would be for romance, green is for business, and blue is for friendship. And you can wear all three. Most people that are not in relationships will wear all three, but you wear the bracelets that you're open to, the kind of connections you're open to. So there's no confusion of why you're here, and there's so many like opportunities to mingle. There's a 3-course lunch, there's a dessert break, there's breakouts that beyond the matches I'm going to gift you. So every attendee gets 3 matches, and I match you based on like what you're looking for. Would you guys would be a mutually good fit, right? Beyond these matches, I make room and plenty of space for you guys to like wander, talk to other people, and mingle. And so these bracelets will be very clear of why this person's here. So if you're interested in someone romantically and they're having all 3 bracelets, go up and talk to them. If you're interested in, building your business network, right? And you see someone wearing like the blue business bracelet, go up and talk to them. That's the point of this Align experience, is to really be open to magic. It's very intentional, it's very thought through, but there's also lots of room for magic. Okay. Next question I get asked, I would say less often than those is like, whoa, it's a full day. It's 10 to 6 o'clock. Every single person that comes literally would say, oh my God, it's over? That flew by. Oh my God, like how did that fly? Like we're done with the day? Like this is it? And I have to run everybody. Guys, don't worry. There's an after party that all guests can go to. You can continue mingling, get to know each other better. But like, dude, it's literally a full day. And it's always the ones who complain or get nervous are like, wow, like I don't want to leave. I've literally had people cancel their plans after their dinners after because they were like scared at first, like maybe it's gonna be too much, like want to like, have an escape plan. Everyone comes to the after party. Maybe if there's only one person who one time had to catch a flight, he actually did go to the after party too. So it flies by, and to give you some testimonials of what people have said about it. So exceeded all expectations. Too short. Looking forward to the after party. I was skeptical how you'd pull this off. You killed it. Well done. So that was one of the skeptical people, and I like that quote. Better than any app or service. You actually care about everyone. Yes, I do. And that's why I conduct these interviews, and they take a lot of time and energy, but they're worth it. And then the matching is like freaking whole day affair. But again, it's worth it because we've got marriages out of it. We've got dating. We've got clients out of it. We got best friends out of it, new jobs. Like it's freaking worth it. I'll do it. One of my favorite days of 2024 So sweet. Kill the game. Such an amazing event with a wonderful group of people. Thank you guys. And brilliant event and how many stunning people coming together. Yes, everyone is also attractive. So it's not, it just ends up being that way. So that's a good thing. It's always a plus, right? So for those of you that know me, why it's a full day event, when I do something, I do something. Like I go all out. Like it's, think of it as a self-development event plus luxury. That's what it is. And then, and having those connections that if I'm going to spend my energy and time to go through an event, it's going to be the best experience and you're never going to forget it. And I don't want it to end that day. I want you guys to take away anything from like the goodie bags, the we have a competition, so the prize winners, to like obviously the decor and the food's always A plus only. And like all the way down to like the connections. I want you to be able to take these home and you get a booklet that comes with it that like for the workshops and the lessons that you learn. I want you to take all those things away. So you're not investing in a day of like just like a dingy little networking event. You're investing in a transformative day where you can take that day with you for the rest of the year, for the rest of your life. And you'll have those connections for the rest of your life. So that's the comment about, oh my God, it's a full day event and then fear. I also get asked, so there's two more questions. What? Did I lie? No, three more questions. What type of people come to the event, right? So it is open-minded, growth-minded, ambitious people, both introverted and extroverted. And I'm very cognizant of the introverted people that come because I'm fully aware as an extrovert, it can be very intimidating. It can be, a little bit chaotic and scary for introverts. But like you'll see the event, there's never a moment for awkwardness. Everything's curated down to a T. Like you're literally moving. It's like Alice in Wonderland. You're moving through 5 different rooms. You're doing improv. You're playing games. You're touching. You're hugging. You're holding hands. You're doing all the things. And we ease into all that, by the way. That there's no room for awkwardness. And it's actually an introvert's dream because somehow I create an event where you're going to have a lot of fun with like minimum anxiety and you're still going to be sharing a moment in a space with a lot of people. But because you're having a lot of one-on-one or smaller group breakouts, you won't feel like it's this intimidating big party. You feel like you're like in a quiet, cool corner with your close buds while there's a party going on. And that's what everyone's going to feel because you're always going to be broken out into groups. So I'm very mindful of that. And it's also for people that come, that people that really want to transform, they want to hit this next level in their life within themselves. So they also want to make genuine connections as adults, that I mentioned it. And I would say on average, it's people ages late 20s to 50s in all types of professional careers. And now former guests are engaged, they're dating, they're investors, they're business partners, they're co-workers, they're best friends, they're close friends, like literally everything I've seen the gamut, right? The only thing I haven't gone out of this yet is no one's made a baby out of it yet, but I know it's coming. And I'm hoping this generation, the fifth anniversary of y'all, are going to give me the line baby. Okay, thank you. I would like twins. Now, second to last question is, what's the interview process like? So, for those of you coming, you're either invited because I know you well and I know you're going to be a great ad for the group, or if I don't know you, I have to interview you, or if you're like been referred in. It is not intimidating. It's not like a consulting interview or banking interview. It's not like that. It's not like a pretentious like social club network where it's like you need X amount of referrals and you have to like build a company to get in. Like I don't care about that. I just truly want to get to know you as a person and what your intentions are for coming. Like, what do you want to get out of this, right? And by getting to know you deeply, I can honestly ask myself, then tell you if this will be a good fit and can I deliver the value you're looking for. So there are a handful of times when there are amazing people coming, but given what they're looking for, it's just not a fit for this group. I put them on a wait list and I say, hey, the next one, like I'll put you on the wait list for the next one. And I think that might be a better fit based on who's coming. So I'm very honest about that. Like, if there's no one that you should really meet, or you're not really going to gain anything a lot, not anything, but if you're not going to gain a lot from it, I just put you on a wait list. So I'm very frank about that. Um, and I'm looking for genuine, kind, ambitious people. And what I'm not looking for are people who get turned away, are like the typical like sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. It's There's so many services for that. I mean, I'm sure you can literally just go to like a hotel bar and find like your sugar baby or sugar daddy. It can't be that hard, right? It's like New York City. Um, no judgment. It's just not the place for that kind of transactional relationship. It's really for people who want to look for a life partner, want to find their dream job they want to commit to, want to find like their travel buddy, their best friend as an adult, right? It's just much deeper than that. And there's more shared values, aligned way of you seeing life. And so that's the type of people that I look for. And what the interview process is like, it's really me asking you a lot of questions, and everyone gets a little bit different questions. I just get a feeling for what I should ask, get to know you better. And I'm very aware that this is, in a way, fun group therapy, and people open up about like their past relationships, things that happened to them, heartbreaks or things that surprise them, like health scares, that it is so important that everyone there add to that safe space. That is a non-negotiable for me. And I haven't had to do it, but I will kick people out if I see any weird, unsafe, disingenuous behavior. But that is what I vet for. That's what the interview process is like. And it's usually within 30 minutes, an hour, I would say, capped out. And then you either get a yay or a nay. Um, and lastly is, who should come to this event? Because again, this is a lot, right? It solves for a lot of different things. So, the common question I get asked is like, who should be coming to this event, right? So the people who should come off to the event are, and there's a lot, someone who's ready to kick off 2025 with enthusiasm, with excitement, with like a fire to create that life that you really want. Like, you're really ready and you want to commit to this, right? Being your year. It's people who are feeling stuck, whether in your personal life or professional life, and you're struggling to find meaningful connections, or you're really missing you're very disconnected for your true self, and you just know something just feels misaligned within you, right? You keep hearing this inner voice that tells you you're meant for more in life, and you finally want to experience this elevated level. And I think a lot of us feel that. I think especially after 2020, people were like, something is within me tells me like this just can't be it. Like, this can't be all I'm here to experience. This experience is for you. Um, if you notice self-sabotaging patterns in your life, and you're just really sick of how these things keep holding you back, but you don't know how to break through of it, we're going to break through of it within an hour. I promise you that. Because I think once you understand why you have these self-sabotaging patterns, whether consciously or unconsciously, how you keep doing it, once we reprogram or unlearn those things, you're like on your word. It's really a lot more simple than people think it to be. I'm really not a big fan of going to therapy for years, talking the same shit over and over again, because that just keeps you in the seat and it doesn't actually help you. I'm more about like, we have a problem, we're going to solve it. We have a block, we're going to solve it. We're going to have a unproductive thought, we're going to unlearn it. I want instantaneous results because I'm impatient, and I'm going to use that to benefit. And I want my impatience to help you guys get to the dream life that you want. Um, if you're someone that constantly wants to improve and you want to get to know yourself more deeply, you want to, live more fully. And I would say you're ready for life partners, whether it's a client or a dream job that you really want to commit to. Like, you're like, this is the thing I want to put my all into. You want to commit to a romantic party. You're ready for like a life partner. You want to meet the next person who's going to upgrade your life in a friendship form where you can travel together, have deep conversations, be a sounding board, right? For your businesses and your love life and just for you. And I think most importantly is, if you're someone who really wants to experience an unforgettable day that not only are you going to have fun and you're going to get so many benefits out of it that day, you're going to have nuggets of that day kind of pop up throughout the year and throughout, honestly, your life. And if you're really ready for something different, um, and feel, I would say, what I want people to feel leaving this is the baddest version of yourself. Like you can do anything you want, but you completely feel free, like a sense of freedom. Like you just deeply trust yourself, what you can create, what you deserve, and you're just gonna go live that life, period. So I hope that helps explain some of, like, a little more details of the lawn experience. And these are the 7 most commonly asked questions. As always, I always welcome more questions, more clarity. But I know this will be a great starting point for you guys to just kind of piece together a lawn experience, what to expect. And I'm so excited to keep approving and interviewing all of you guys so we can have an unforgettable day on January 25th. Be well, my lover.